husband smell. You won't drag me. Make we follow you. They hear the smell na lie. Now only you marry the smell. Now only you go enjoy am. Go rest. Angela Okorie made another post and she said, then don't push small Regina to come talk for them. Regina, where Mercy dey those years where you dey come my house? Why growing up? You said you wanna be like me. Why growing up? Now you are grown. I was thinking your IQ will be higher, but to no avail. Baby girl, you are not like me. Your choice for men are not my choice of men. I don't have long throat for money. You have long throat for money. Now why you marry wealthy old man? You even be number 8 self. The way I dey look am, they don't marry extra 2 on top. Don't worry. Extra 13, 14 is loading. Baby girl, go drink cold water. Now 50 cents you jam oh. You just don't have home training at all. If you've been paying attention,
guys, in the Nollyhood industry, the Nollyhood industry does not disappoint. It does not. Yeah. So as we talk about Kenya, we talk about Nyabohanze, we talk about Nairobi and the political aspects, whatever is happening in Nollywood, especially among the people we know very well from the, from the screens, giving us the Afro cinema continues shortly. These people are in a lot of palaver. I did a book from Nigeria, and it was talking about palaver. So there is a lot of palaver around Nigeria. Now I want you to look at this film shortly, just shortly. Angela Okorie talking, possibly addressing Regina Daniels, and tell me what you hear.
you're a baby. You're just a baby. Yeah, normally people wey know me for streets, like people wey know me in real life. I'm not saying you be baby when I carry to come my house. People wey know me in real life, they not say me I don't like old people now. So like if you check from my exes, you gonna say me, Angela,
Yeah, so
normally
guys, you've heard
you guys
about
fresh like this.
Angela Okorie's story. I don't know why she's speaking like that. But let me not divert. Yeah? In Kenya, we focus on what we have to focus on. Now, this lady is here. She starts with reminding Regina Daniels that she's just a baby. A baby. In Kenya, we say a baby that has been having diapers that Angela Okorie has been wiping. So, Angela Okorie, decides to talk about childhood. When someone talks about your childhood, they are reminding you that you are using diapers, and those diapers, they really cleaned them. Angela Okorie reminds Regina Daniels that she used to visit with her mother in her house. I don't know how true this is, because I'm seeing she's very young. I don't know. Tell us, these days things are there. I don't know whether it is the organic engineering or whatever it is in the Samaritan. But it has happened that she's very young. She looks just almost like Regina Daniels. And I was there and asking myself, hey, what is happening to the Nollyhood world? What do they ingest that makes them look so young? Hey, okay. So when I looked at this, then I saw how Angela Okorie was addressing Regina Daniels like a baby, reminding her that she has still some dirt in her nose. The nose that she should clean before she comes before her and talks. You've seen in that video what she's telling her, that she used to be a baby. And she, according to Angela Okorie, she thought that this girl will grow up with sense. And once she grows up with sense, she will be somebody who will be almost like herself. She reminds Regina Daniels the way she was young, and she was there telling her that I would wish to be like you. Now she wonders what happened on the way, because she no longer sees her to be who she thought she would be. Now, what exactly is this with Regina Daniels that made her so mad, Yeah, so let's get to fix here the video that makes her that mad. Maybe I may not get the exact video.
Angela Okorie, the legit queen, for calling out her mother, Mercy Johnson, in a live video earlier today. Now, this is what Regina Daniels said. She said, I am sorry, and with all due respect, Auntie Angela, you dey mad. I beg no forgive, because for this side, we know they forgive. Continue and wish at it. It's going to be a long week.
Now, they
it's
always
about
say a
to
friend
go
in
down.
need
Please
is
watch
a
your
friend
talk.
indeed. Now, it seems that Regina Daniels has got into this mix because of Mercy Johnson. Mercy Johnson. Now, all of us remember, it has been trending all over that Mercy Johnson is looking Ozempic. You remember? Now, this Ozempic look, I think, stirred a lot of emotions. And even though Angela Okorie had been talking about Mercy Johnson for very long, abusing her, calling her names, talking about all the ills she has ever done, according to her. We do not know. Were we there? We were not. So this is the Nollyhood world. According to Angela Okorie, Mercy Johnson is a witch. We normally see in movies when we are watching in Kenya, and we just see the part of witchcraft and we don't know that actually it applies. I don't know how true this is, but according to Angela Okorie, Mercy Johnson is a witch. I don't know whether she bewitched Angela Okorie, because Angela Okorie comes out in a video indicating how she has been told by her pastor to always forgive. I don't know when she went there, what she was told, how did she even know that Mercy Johnson is a witch? I don't know. Those are stories that we are just seeing popping up on internet, and we have to keep talking about them, because when these things come up like this and the famous people, then we have to talk about it. Yeah. So then, when we look at what Angela Okorie shares, okay, so we do not actually know why Angela Okorie came up with such claims on Mercy Johnson, because according to us who watch her videos, we just see her fitting everywhere. Fitting in the shoes of a maid, fitting in the shoes of, a rich girl, and all those. In fact, we have seen her acting as a guard. We have seen her acting in the position of, all that, if you know where she has been acting. Now, this is what Angela Okorie had to say recently, after accusing or abusing Mercy Johnson for a long time, or in fact almost a year, and she was very quiet. Now, we don't know whether her silence meant that she was guilty, or she just didn't want to have an exchange, or it is in her nature that she does not have exchanges with such a person. So let's just look in this video where now she comes and says she has forgiven her, because regardless of her witchcraft, she does not want to really have to wish anyone, including her enemy, such a disease that is, I don't know. So let's just
look at this. That's awful. I don't understand it.
Said.
MJ hugged me. Deep down, everybody knows that MJ is not a good person. She hurt a lot of people in the industry. Everybody knows the truth. I can't be telling lies. You're coming with this emotional blackmail and all these lies. It's not going to help you. You understand me? MJ, I have forgiven you. And I am not asking you to forgive me because I didn't do you wrong. You did me wrong. I have forgiven you for the sake of Christ. Because we serve the living God. And my pastor was always preaching to me about forgiveness. And that's the reason I forgive you. And for empathy's sake, I would not want the kind of sickness you have on you to be on anybody. No, genuinely, I wish you well. But if you want us to go to the police station, Nigerians, you already know. Even Very Dark Man only feels right. That's how you guys wanted to silence Very Dark Man. You wanted to silence that guy. The guy refused. You saw how you...
Now, this is not just a message she gave, but she also did an Instagram message. If you look at the Instagram, you will find these messages she was sending back and forth to Regina Daniels, to Mercy Johnson, to Regina Daniels and Mercy Johnson. Now, in all this exchange between herself and Regina Daniels, because she said Regina Daniels is a bit of crazy mad. She is overwhelmed by her friendship with Mercy Johnson. Of course, you remember Regina Daniels has stood with Mercy Johnson since she was sick, since she changed her body, from the the voluminous lady we knew to the thin one. And so people are talking a lot, and she was there to support her. We have seen them in pictures, and in fact she was encouraging her now how she will cope up with it. All right, so now that was the sparking event, that she's now there, talking and talking. But behind it, we can see another aspect that must have started long ago, because again, Angela OKORIE has indicated that her mother, the mother to Regina Daniels, blocked her. And when did she block? She blocked after the husband to Regina Daniels sent 500,000 Nigerian naira to her account. And so many people are asking, including Black Beauty TV, they are asking, why the hell did she accept that money? And of course, in one of the videos, she comes out and says that money was supposed to allow the husband to Regina Daniels to come out in one of her videos. That is business transaction, probably from her thought. I don't know how true that is. We don't know. But that is what Angela OKORIE has said, that she was welcomed to her home by Regina Daniels. And she said, okay, because the husband to Regina Daniels has a lot of money and can entertain a lot of guests, why not? So then, what has really annoyed a lot of people is when Angela OKORIE now says she does not like the smell of the old people. Did you hear that? She does not like the smell of the old people. I don't know whether Regina Daniels had accused her of wanting the husband. We don't know. But these are things that are on the street, and we keep talking about them because they are just surprises here and there. And sometimes learning points to some people. Because sometimes what people do just teach others lessons. So when you look at Angela OKORIE was saying she has lived a life, Yeah, she said she has lived a life, and Regina Daniels has not had even an inch of such life. In fact, she became a stupid woman who ran for jets, luxurious life and cars, that instead of getting it for herself, because she has that ability as an actor, she ran to get it from a great-grandfather. A great-grandfather, not just a grandfather. Yeah, so she was like, you got married to this great-grandfather so that you can live the life I live. And I live it by managing it myself. So you see, this exchange has really stirred a lot of airs in the world, the social world. Yeah. So Angela OKORIE then is being asked by many people, if you don't like the smell of old people, why did you take that money? And maybe that's why she answered by saying whatever she said. She said she wouldn't reject it. And she was saying she would also print a receipt if anyone wanted. Let's just look at this part here.
People know me in real life. They not say, hey, the baby when I carry you come my house. People know me in real life. They not say me, I don't like old people now. Me and dirty people and ancestors, no they do anything. So how can you fake love people? You feel because you married a grandpa, you can talk to me. If you insult me again, I will remind you what you have forgotten. Last one in Regina Daniels. I know they see anybody when no get respect to. And she also said, because of your ancestors' husband's smell, you won't drag me. Make we follow you, they hear the smell and lie. Now only you marry the smell. Now only you go enjoy them. Go.
Yeah, so guys, you see how funny things are out there in the social world. Now, it's an important lesson from this video that you must learn, that sometimes the people you grew up as a child admiring, you may be not actually be able to admire them up to the end. Now, when I go back to the Samaritan, a book that we are studying in Kenya, written by John Lara, you meet a fella known as Tair. He came back to his country, Libya, and he was so appreciative of the president. He really admired the president for whatever policies, the kind of He's so brave. The president is so brave, and the policies he made. But only later, OKORIE has been finally arrested by Mercy Johnson from the news, arriving from Nigeria, the NOLYHOOD platform. Just let us know from the dropping in the comment sections. And, we want to know about the big gossip that has been going on, the big war that has been going on, so that we follow closely and know about what is happening in the streets. To loathe him. So, of course, this kind of exchange between Angela OKORIE and Regina Daniels tells us that we don't have permanent people we may admire. It changes with time sometimes, depending on situations. Yeah, so you can see that Angela Daniels is not Angela Daniels. Regina Daniels used to admire to be like Angela OKORIE. However, recently, from the changes that happen in her social life, she no longer admires to be like her. And she's, of course, choosing to defend Mercy Johnson, who is called a witch, and we don't know how true this is. Because Nigeria, I thought this witch thing is only in movies, but I didn't know that it could go to the extent of life itself, Yeah. The other lesson that we learned from this video is that sometimes by standing with our friends, we may get to have enemies, even from the past life, maybe people who have been our role models. So the choices we make may have consequences on us. Yeah. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think Mercy Johnson is really a witch? And do you think Regina Daniels is right to talk against Angela OKORIE, the former role model in her life? What about Angela OKORIE? Do you think she's being right by talking how she's doing on Regina Daniels? And do you believe that her apology to Mercy Johnson is genuine? Yeah, what do you think? You drop your comments in the comment section below, and let me understand your thoughts about this NOLYHOOD palaver that is growing up. Otherwise, have a nice time. Bye bye for now.